This past Monday, the world stopped to take remembrance of the 80th anniversary of the liberation of the death camps in Auschwitz. And it was an opportunity for us to focus on the great violation of human dignity that was suffered by surely the Jewish people, but all of us, because when our dignity, each one of us, is attacked, we all are attacked. And that is the message we should always keep in mind. It seems that today, as we celebrate this presentation of the Lord according to the customs of the people of Israel, we get a glimpse into what it is that we need in order for our human dignity to be protected, so that there will not be the kind of violation that is so shameful in the past years. We see, first of all, that Jesus is brought by his family to the temple. It is a reminder that we live in solidarity with one another, that we do need one another. His parents bring him in a way that allows him to have the support that he needs in order to grow and to flourish as a human being. Whenever, in fact, we do not do everything possible to support families, we see how family breakdowns can, in fact, really disenfranchise a child as they're growing up. Time and again, we see that. And so it's important for us to have policies in our nation that support parents through family leave policies, as we have here in the Archdiocese, but also to support those families that have children who are suffering handicaps. And also in this moment as we look at immigrant families, to make sure that we do nothing to break them apart or leave children orphaned as maybe their parents or elders are deported. It's important to make sure that we respect the human dignity of each child, to make sure that their solidarity network is there in order for them to flourish. The second thing we notice is that Jesus has given his name in a very public way. It is a moment for him to claim his own identity. It's important, I think, as parents realize as they raise their children, that each child is different. As a parent once told me, being a parent is not an exact science, and you have to attend to the fact that each child is different with their own needs, and to treat each child as an individual. Yes, linked in solidarity with the human family, but also that we respect the gifts and talents, but also the challenges that they face. My mother was once asked, do you love any of your children? Oh, she had 9 altogether. Do you love any of them any more than the others? And she said simply, only if they need it. So parents too, as they raise their children, realize that there are special needs, but also gifts and talents of each. It's when we respect that in each child that we allow them to flourish. And finally, we see this figure of Simeon. He's been in the temple all these years and waiting for the salvation of Israel. He's a man who dreamed of the day that Jesus would be presented in the temple. And I think that's important for us as well, to hold fast to the fact that each child is filled with dreams for the future, and we can dream about their future. We can look at a way in which their lives are going to unfold in ways that are unknown to us, and to have that ability to really be open to the growth of each child. It also means that we should never give up on any child, especially when they make mistakes, when maybe they fail us in ways that are so disappointing, that God still has a dream for them, has a purpose in life. I have to say that as I look back on my life and recall that my grandfather immigrated to here in the early 1900s as just a 17-year-old lad. He came first of all to Chicago and worked in the packing houses, and then eventually moved to Omaha. But he could never have dreamed that someday his grandson would be the Archbishop of this city. That always impresses me, that we have to have that same kind of vision and sense of dreaming about our young people, that they would give them all the possibilities to allow the potential they have to grow, and to look for ways in which we really give them the freedom to embrace the destiny that God has for them. So today, as we look back on how human dignity was so violated 80 years ago, let's look for a new moment in our life and our community of supporting families, of respecting the identity of each individual, but also of allowing our young people to dream dreams about their lives and support them in that. And that way, in those ways, we allow ourselves to invest in the human dignity that each one of us has been given as we are made in the image of God. Today, let us each, with the Lord, be presented to Him in His own plan and in His own way, so that each and every day we will fight for the human dignity of each person and never do anything to diminish it.